The wind howled atop the Ural Mountains like a wolf crying into the void. The sky loomed heavy, a sea of leaden gray. Snow fell with a biting cold, settling into an eerie silence. It was January 1959. 9 adventurous mountaineers trekked into the snow-covered unknown. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the group was determined to conquer one of Russia's most treacherous peaks. "This will be our boundary," Dyatlov said, his face hardened against the icy wind. "We will reach Mount Otorten and prove our strength to the world." But Otorten was not just a mountain. The local Mansi people called it the Mountain of the Dead. According to legend, those who dared to climb it never returned. The flames of the campfire flickered in the darkness. Zenaida Kolmogorova pulled out her diary and wrote, "This place feels strange. It's quiet, but it feels like we're being watched." By January 31st, the group had reached the deep heart of the mountains. As they moved forward, the sky darkened. That night, as they set up camp, strange noises echoed from the distance. Was it a growl? The wind playing tricks? Or was something approaching? The group exchanged uneasy glances. Yuri Doroshenko shivered as he wrapped himself tighter in his sleeping bag. "Come on, stop imagining things," he muttered. "We're just exhausted." But the next day they found strange tracks in the snow. Large footprints, too big to be human, yet unlike those of a bear or wolf. Igor Dyatlov crouched down, examining the prints. His eyes narrowed slightly. "We keep moving," he said. No one protested. But that night, someone wrote in their diary, "The snow will consume us. The sky is watching." February 1st, 1959. The Dyatlov team had reached their final campsite. The snow was not white, but a dull, lifeless gray. The air was thick with an unsettling silence. They pitched their tent, shared their last meal. They laughed. They joked. Then, night fell. Sometime after midnight, something happened inside the tent. A scream. Just for a second. Then silence. And then chaos. Someone gasped, "Something's coming." But they didn't open the tent door. No. They ripped it open from the inside. They ran into the blizzard, into the merciless cold. No boots, no coats, no weapons. Why? The first group ran toward the trees. Moonlight sliced through the branches like blades. They stumbled, fell into the snow. They called out to each other. But something else heard them too. A faint orange light flickered in the distance. A shadow loomed, larger than a man. And then silence. The second group desperately tried to build a shelter. But it was too late. The cold had already stolen their lives. The remaining bodies were found at the bottom of a ravine. One had a crushed skull, another had lost their eyes. But the strangest part? Some had shattered bones, but no visible wounds. When the search teams discovered the tent, nothing made sense. The fabric had been torn open from the inside. The footprints vanished after a short distance. And some of the bodies tested positive for high levels of radiation. How was that possible? An avalanche? But there were no signs of one. A secret military experiment. But why? Some unknown creature. But how? The Dyatlov team will never speak again. Whatever they saw, whatever they felt, remains buried in the frozen night. But Dyatlov Pass is still there. And some nights, the wind still whispers their screams. Maybe they never left at all. If you want to uncover the truth, maybe you should go there yourself. But remember, the Mountain of the Dead never forgets its visitors.